Oh my goodness. Hi. It's we're in June now. In my journal, June journal, whatever. If you saw a few episodes ago, I read an old journal of mine, this one, from elementary school. And it's a little late now. I don't know if I could call my dad. I'll call him at the end. It'll be like a finale thing. Yeah, that's the move. But I have a journal that I wrote a bunch in when I was little, and it was a hoot reading through it earlier, a few weeks ago, and now we're getting on to part 2. What'd I do today? I just got back from improv, practice, rehearsal, whatever. We had a week. I am so tired. I had either a rehearsal or a show or a film or something every day last week. That's a good thing. It's a good tired. Let's see. We had either improv rehearsals on Monday and then stand up and podcasts the rest of the days, and then an improv show on Friday that I was not prepared for, but we got through it. It's done. And that makes me pumped. And now it's Monday, and when I should be resting and sleeping. I think the reason why I'm so tired is because I'm doing all these late night things, and I have to wake up at 5 in the morning the next day, and that sucks. But hustle culture or something? Oh, I almost said scrolling, as in scrolling through this journal. Thumbing through this. Where does June start? Let's see. I think I'm getting close. Yeah. Okay, I remember that. Oh, that's why I was getting confused. Because I messed up one of the things. Okay. Mic down. 1 second. Oh, never mind. Found it. So we're gonna read through June, and we're gonna wind down for the evening. Yeah. We should get mic stands, but how fun is it to hold a microphone? My whole body hurts. We did a film yesterday, where we had to film a skate scene, skateboarding scene, and I ate shit pretty hard. It was sick. It was for the dumbest shot the shot was cool, but I fell for a dumb reason. We just needed a quick little thing of a skateboard going through a little pile of leaves on the sidewalk. And I got on the skateboard and rode through it and fell 5 feet before it and landed right in that pile of leaves on my back. Which is cool because I scraped my elbow up, which I didn't think was an injury you could get if you were over like 13. But I have a scab on my elbow now, so that's a throwback. My neck is sore. The last time it felt like this was, I remember the first time I learned a backflip on skis. I was with my freestyle ski team, and we built a big jump, and we were doing backflips, and not to brag, I caught on pretty quick. I think I landed, it was like did the first one, over-rotated a little bit, like feet hit the ground, but they were extended, so I couldn't grasp the ground. So I just backslapped. But then the next couple, we landed. We're good. But then the next day, the reason my neck hurt is because I was really cocky. Because I landed a bunch of backflips the day before. I was like, I got this trick. And I was skiing with one of my friends and a pro skier. It was Brandon Becker. I think he was a pro. Anyways, we found this jump, and I was like, you guys, I got this. They were like, is the jump good? Like, is the landing fine? I'm like, yeah, I did it a billion times yesterday. and it snowed like 2 inches. So clearly it's, all filled in, the landing's soft, whatever. And I did a backflip and laid it out a lot. And the back tips of my skis got wedged under my helmet. If this was a helmet, my skis went clunk, and they got stuck up in there in my helmet. And then the tips caught the ground, and then my skis went and snapped my neck back that way. And it hurt real bad. And that's what it feels like right now. That was that. So that's what why do you care that I'm hurting? Why do you care about any of this? You don't need a podcast, but some people listen to them because they're fun. You don't need anything. But there are things that we choose to indulge in because why not? Because you're going to die. You're going to die someday, and you might as well. June 1st, 2008. Previously, I'll just put the link up and you can watch it. Previously it was May, and I did a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be May. June 1st. Little old Max said, I think it was probably 4th or 5th grade. This weekend was awesome. Sick. Good start. First, I had a sleepover with my friend John. If you don't remember, John's the boy. He was my best friend. When we got to his house and went to the carnival at his school, because that was their last day of school. There was lots of fun. Okay, sentence structure is atrocious, but there was like a last day of school carnival thing that John's school was doing, and we went to that. There were lots of fun activities at the carnival. I saw lots of people that I remembered from when I used to go to that school. Oh, okay. So this was 5th grade, because I used to go to the same school as John. And then 5th grade, I went to another one. So I was hanging out with him at my old school. I saw lots of people that I remembered from when I used to go to that school. They had a huge bounce house thing. They had food and drinks there too. I used the right there at the time. Hell yeah. I know the difference. They had a dunk. Wait. I already read this. Yeah. Hold on. I'm dumb. Okay, well, that was the last thing. I think that was the last one I wrote. It was like a tune in next week for the first day of June. So now it's June 3rd. Missed a day. Today was fun. 1, because tomorrow is our last day of school. 2, we got to let that bluegill go that I caught in the Snake River. I caught a fish earlier, and we put it in a little thing. We're just making invasive species. I was a little eco-terrorist. While we were doing that, I asked my dad if we could go to our old bus stop. When we got there, we raced these leaves down. We raced some leaves down a creek. There's a little creek, and we would put leaves in it, and they would float on down. Fun. Innocent fucking fun. When we got down, I asked my dad if I could race him. If he drove to our house and I ran to our house. Oh, cool. Okay. I was really out fast. I could run really fast when I was little in my head. And I was like, Dad, you drive home. I'm going to run, because I should add, it's the way it was set up there was like a neighborhood behind our house, and I could run through like some backyards and pop over our little backyard fence and be home. And my dad would have to drive really far. So it made sense why I thought I could whoop his ass. And also whoop his bank account when he pays up. I won by about 50 seconds. Duh. It was a lot of fun. Did I mention that? Peter's friend also came over and they tackled me. And they put pillows on me and jumped on me, and I really hurt my jaw. So, they piled. I drew a picture. Wait. I forgot to account for my illustrations on previous pages. I just have a picture of a car and then me in front of it saying, I won. That was on page 1. And then they put pillows on me and jumped. Yeah, I think my brother would. I don't know. I was a good older brother. I think they would pile soft shit on me and atomic elbow my ass. And that was cool. And then what is it? So today I also beat my PE teacher in tetherball. Yeah. Sure did. Tetherball was important. It was I remember it being way more relevant in life back in the day, but it was cool because there was one kid who was like, it was like if you win the game, if you're playing tetherball with somebody and you win, you stay and then you play with the next person. And there was one kid who he was really good. He could hit that thing so hard. And I remember his pinky was significantly smaller than everybody else's pinky. And I don't know if it was because he just had a small pinky or if it was because he just hit the fuck out of tetherballs constantly. But he had a little one, and it was always bloody and stuff because he just... This kid had a tetherball thing at his house. So, like, he knew the deal. I drew me under some pillows and then 2 stick figures jumping on me going, yeah. And then a little tetherball game. And then June 4th. This is June, right? January, March, April, May, June. Whew. That would have made me look stupid. Or did that make me look stupid that I had to double check that 6 was June? I know the 4th is the 4th of June, so that day was the last day of school, and it was pretty boring. When we got home, I looked at my report card and was pretty happy about it. Especially in math, because this was the first time this year I had gotten an A in math. Then I went upstairs and Peter had some soda in his mouth and spat it at me on purpose. Peter, soda drinker. Oh, and then I have written in cursive, not to brag, school's out. Peter spit soda on me on purpose. It stank really bad. Then we went to Oregon to get the refrigerator that we bought in the previous pages. Bought the refrigerator and all that stuff that I told you about. that took a long time. It shows that there's a lot of things that I don't like that people do, and then I realize that maybe like I do them too. And that's kind of one of them. I'm not huge when people are like, when they're telling me something, they're like, remember when I said this? Or like I said. Yeah, that one's sometimes. But it's, or like I told you. It's just, I don't know. It seems a little demeaning to me. But I guess in this, the joke, the words hit me. What am I trying to say? I was the butt of the words, the joke. It's not really a joke, but that's the best way I can explain it. That took a long time. Then we drove back home and cleaned Dad's car, and now we are in bed. Who's we? Is it like me and you? Like, where, like, did I write this whole thing with the intention of making it seem like a conversation, like me to you? That's fucking brilliant if it was. But, I don't know. Maybe I was sleeping with a bunch of people. I did have a lot of, orgies when I was little. It was my thing. My picture there is just a car driving with a trailer and some stuff on it. June 8th. Wow, I skipped some days. Sorry, I didn't write here for the past 4 days. Good thing I was also stressing about it at the time. But I've been busy. Excuses. The first thing we did was got my friend John. Go to my friend John's house to swim and jump on the trampoline. Hell yeah. When I got back, we went to bed. I still said we. And then in cursive, busy, busy, busy. I think I just didn't want to draw anything. But I was busy because I wrote it 3 times. BBB, Better Business Bureau. They don't mess around. That's why people trust them. The next day, I think I'm just trying to give you a brief summary of my days. The next day, the next day at school, I got good grades, so my mom drove me to the Eagle toy store, and I got a yo-yo. Yo-yoing was big at the time. They were those butterfly yo-yos, I think. The kinds you could do all the tricks with. Got pretty decent. But this reminds me of another time when I was even younger. I played like rush soccer, and what happened? Oh yeah, my mom told me, she was like, hey, if you score... this is when yo-yo balls were the hype. I was always into balls and strings, but at the time, this is like my training wheels. I liked the kind that came back up on their own. And they had the commercials for them. I was like, Mom, I want one. And she was like, if you score a goal in your next soccer game, I'll go get you one. The next game we had, I scored 14 goals. And that's not an exaggeration. I was motivated. And the team we were playing against sucked, which really helped me. But my mom only bought me one. And I was like, dude, I went above and beyond. Which goes to show nobody cares. Just do what they ask, and then, anything else it's on you. And got a yo-yo. That was really fun. Then we drove up to McCall. Dude, everything is just really fun. And I still talk like that. When we got to McCall, we played around at the cabin. That was pretty fun. The next day, we hung around the cabin again. Then the next day, I sure was busy. Then the next day, we went fishing for steelhead. And then in parentheses, a big kind of fish. Duh. I got a fish splay in your ass. It's a rainbow trout that can make it to the ocean. It started raining, so we went home. But before we got home, we saw a cherry tree, so we tried them, and they weren't ripe yet. Today, I am in our trailer because we decided to camp out in here tonight. Still having fun. Dad decided to pull us when we were still asleep, so we're now in the woods going on a hike. Yeah, I think there was one time I asked my dad, I was like, we had like a camping trailer, and I was like, can you pull us while we're in it, in the car? And he was like, no, that's dangerous. But every once in a while, if there was like a long straight road, he would let us. Now it's dark, and we had a really busy day. We first went golfing, and I got to drive the golf cart. about 3 times. There was this one hole where you had to hit a ball over a swamp and a creek. So I hammered the ball. I think I was listening to my dad talk. So I hammered the ball and So I can tell at first I wrote, I hammered the ball and almost hit these 2 people. But I also have almost crossed out. So it just says, I hammered the ball and hit these 2 people. But my dad shouted 4. So one of the people moved out of the way and the ball hit the other person. It was pretty funny. Damn, I'm a dick. That's not funny. I could have killed somebody. 4. When we got back, we had dinner at a friend's house. When we got back, we played catch for a while, then went in. Good day. June 11th. Today was pretty fun. It was really fun. We first drove. You can tell it's a different day from the date, and I'm using the blue pen this time. We first drove up here yesterday, must be McCall, and camped then in parentheses, just so you know, we are in Riggins. And I'm glad I put that, because in my head I was thinking we were still in McCall. And I was like, what do you mean camping, Max? You got a cabin up there. And believe it or not, it actually snowed really hard. Oh, and then in parentheses again, it was summer. It's June. I remember that day. We were in Riggins, and we were supposed to head back early in the morning for a golf lesson on the golf course. It's at the golf course. We were going to go take golf lessons, and it started snowing. My dad was like, there's no way you're going to golf practice when it's snowing in June. We're hanging out in Riggins. When we woke up, we went fishing. When we started, I had a young salmon on my line. Fucking yeah, dude. So I tried to reel it in, but my dad tried to net the salmon. The fish broke. But when my dad tried to net the salmon, the fish broke the line. So that got me really mad. Yeah. Oh, you should see the picture I drew on the previous page, dude. Look at this. Look at that. It's like fish. I got really mad. After that, I had a temper when I was like 10. Yeah, I was an angry little boy. After that, we went to have lunch. After lunch, we went back out to fish. We put a bobber on the line instead of a sinker, and we used a normal fly under the bobber. Underneath the fly, there was a little bit of tuna so that the salmon would smell it. Think, oh, is there a tuna in the ocean? Or, fuck that up, idiot. The river. We're in a river. Dumb. So that the salmon would smell it. We tried that out, and I caught 2 huge salmon, but I decided to let it go. They were both about 3 feet long and about 6 what? Pounds. I let them go because if we kept them, we would not be able to fish anymore because we would have had our limit. Parentheses, if you really want to see the fish, I will glue the pictures on later. Oh, I never did. I could probably find a picture of me with a fish I caught. Maybe. I forgot to tell you this before. Who's you? It's us. But yesterday, we tried fishing by this hotel where people were catching fish. While we were fishing, I got bored, and we tried doing this thing where there was a little drop-off on the sand, so we tried to jump as far away from the drop off as possible, and we would see if we could land past the drop. I can't read. My handwriting's amazing. If we could land past the drop off without hitting it, it was really fun. I'm also glad it is summer. By the way, that day we did not catch a fish that day. Day by day. I remember this. So there's the picture I drew for the jumping on this. So okay, there was the beach, and then the sand went down, and then it dropped to like the kind of spot where the water was, and we would run and jump on the flat part over the rest of the flat and land on the sloped part of the sand. And there was one time where my dad was like, jump from further back, see how far you can get. And I jumped. I was booking it. I was hammering it, and I jumped over the flat and over the slope part and landed just flat on the ground. And that hurt. It hurt my ankles. Now I am on the stairs of our trailer writing in this journal to pass the time. Parentheses, we are camping here another night. Spent a lot of nights out under the stars. The river is moving really fast, and it is nice and warm. I also forgot to say something else that I did today. We first were looking for firewood when I saw a garnet under a rock. A garnet is a red ruby that you find on rocks. The garnets were humongous. Yeah, there's little garnets that I think the star garnet is like the Idaho State rock or something. But yeah, there's this places in Riggins that have rocks with a bunch of these little red crystal ruby things in them. And we found some, and they were humongous. Then after that, my dad told us to clean the dishes in the river. I assume he means take the dishes to the river to clean them. I don't think dishes were just floating down the river, and he was like, grab those and clean them. We need more cutlery or something, because I feel like most of that would sink. It was really hard because there was a lot of grease on the pots and pans, and we tried to scrape everything off with a rock that didn't work well, but at least it's better than nothing. Glass half full. The bad thing is that we have to go home tomorrow. Dude, I was enjoying it out there. That's great. Good. June 13th. Today was really fun. Dude, every day is the best day. We first had golf camp post snow. Then we had a camp at a place called Mountain Light. Oh, it was basically daycare, but my parents would send us there, and it was this place that we would just hang out at. Then we drove up to where we left our trailer in Riggins. Then my dad called our friends, parentheses, their last name. We went fishing in the same spot as last week, and my dad bought me a salmon tag. And today I caught one jack, parentheses, young male salmon. But before I caught that, I had a huge fish on my line, but it broke my line. But I still had fun. Good. Our friends, names, are sleeping in our trailer with us. Tomorrow will be fun. Oh, good. The illustration I have is a fish. Officially. Gulp. June 14th. Today was fun too. hours it was. We woke up at about 5 o'clock, and our friends did too. We drove to our fishing spot and fished for a little bit. And then in parentheses, more like about 5 hours. Clearly I was being sassy and I was angry or something, or I wrote a little bit and then second guessed myself and was like, wait a minute. It was probably more like 5 hours. But it didn't seem like it because I was having fun. I caught one jack, parentheses again, male salmon, young male salmon. Keep up. The fish weren't biting as much as last time. As the last time we went. When we got back, we cleaned up the trailer and, before we get there, there's a picture of fishes. I'll just put the pictures up. We were going, wait. We cleaned up the trailer and then we were going to leave it there. So we didn't have to haul it around everywhere. Plus, we can come back and get it. There was a spot my dad would keep our trailer at. So we cleaned it up so we can leave it there. Now we're driving home, and tonight my parents are going to a restaurant to have dinner for their friend's 50th birthday. And we get to stay home. And Ben and I are going to, quotes, babysit Peter and Thomas. We also get paid, unlike me for writing in this. I guess, yeah, I probably didn't call it babysitting because they were not technically babies. June 17th. Today was really fun. The first thing I did was go to the reading club. Dork. I got to take the bus home, so that was fun. Oh, actually, I do remember that. I felt all adulty because I had this, like, reading. I don't know. You're little, your parents send you to places to just read with adults. Because it's summer and, life is pain, life is prison. I can't escape these confines, so I escape into books or something, unless the books were my prison. Anyways, whatever. I got to take the bus home, so that was fun. There was a bus in town that would just pick people up, and it was free, and it was great. So that was fun. When I got back, I went golfing, and I walked home. Max, take the bus. That was about an hour walk. Yeah. When I got home, I went skateboarding on my porch. The porch had a seat about a foot. Had a seat about a foot and a half, so I skated off of it and landed it a few times. I remember, okay, we had our porch, then there was these benches on it, and they were pretty flat, so you could skate right off it onto the grass. I was more into just jumping and stuff, not really landing them. Anyways, but I landed a few times, I guess. Then we went fishing again. I had a fish on, but my line broke. Get a stronger line, Max. You never learn. But the fish must have thought that the line was still on, so it jumped about 3 feet in the air. Other than that, we did not catch anything. When we got home, I skated again. Now I'm going to get dinner. Fucking sick. Oh boy, we got another hiatus. June 26th, 2008. Or is it 1908? I don't know. And neither do you. I know I haven't written for a while, but we have been so busy. Oh, have you, Max? We first went on a jet boat with our friends, and we went salmon fishing. Yeah. My dad really liked fishing, so we went fishing a lot. We went fishing. We caught 10 salmon. There had to have been a lot of people. Peter caught the first salmon, and I caught the first squawfish. I caught 2 salmon also. While we were fishing, I went for a walk and I saw a lizard, but I didn't get to catch it because it was really fast. But we went on a walk with Peter and my dad, and we saw a dead rock chuck, and it looked really weird because it lost its hair because it was in the river. Yeah. It looked weird as fuck. Dead ass rock chuck. Hold on, what happened? Oh yeah, I really wanted to be Steve Irwin or Steve Austin or just any of those reptile dudes. I was really into snakes and lizards. Dead naked rock chuck. It was also bloated up. We also found a dead deer in the river. It was disgusting. When we got back, we drove to McCall and went to sleep. I can't remember what we did until today. Today we went to a beach in McCall by the Little Payette Lake. North Beach. Yeah. Looks like it seems like we just saw a bunch of dead shit in the river. Today we went, North Beach. We had a lot of fun. We first played in the sun, and then we got really hot, so we jumped in the lake, and it was really cold. Then we set up an obstacle course, and it was a lot of fun. Now we are eating dinner. Oh, cute. We played in the sun. Yep. I can't play in the sun for a very long time. Oh. Okay, well, I guess that's the end of June. We're at July now. I'll read the first day I wrote in July. It looks like I'm must have been really busy. You're a kid. You do 2 things that day. It seems like you had a fucking jam-packed day. So then I guess this is the wrap-up part where I'll say if you like this, here's a little taste of what you can hear next time. July 3rd, 4th of July Eve, 2008. I know I haven't been writing in this journal, but again, I have been busy. Dude, Max, you gotta stop with it. Like I said, and again, like fucking dick. You guys know I've been busy. My favorite thing we did was mostly waiting for Ben, parentheses my brother, if you haven't figured it out, to get back from Camp Idahaven. That place was the shit. Found out our guest a few episodes ago, Ted, went there just about as much as I did. Just like a camp before me or something. Parentheses, week-long camp that I will soon go to. Because Ben was there, and he's younger than me, and I'll go to the one after. Maybe. Something like that. Then our friend came over to our cabin. One of the days we went fishing at a park, parentheses, Browns Park in McCall, and went fishing for rainbow trout. We caught a couple fish. Then I forgot what I did after that, but about 2 days ago, we saw my friend Cameron riding his bike down the road. I believe this is the Cameron with the trampoline from the last episode. He's... What does this fucking say? Riding his bike down the road. Riding his bike down the road on his bike. He said he was camping here. He invited us to come swimming at his campsite. It was a lot of fun. The next day we had camp. I think that's his camp. After that, we went to see Cameron again, but before that, I had to help my dad drag a bunch of logs to our fire pit. I had to drag about 200 pounds of logs. I assume in like incremental pounds, adding up to 200. But then we went swimming in the lake. The next day, we went fishing at Browns Park again, but with Cameron. We caught some fish, but then we let my mom try. She caught I'm going to have to take a look at the font. I had to take up 2 lines. Humongous fish. It was at least 2 feet long and about 7 pounds. After we went fishing, we went home to get cleaned up. Then we went to the beach. That was fun because we first found a big log that could hold almost all of us. That's pretty cool. Then we went home when we got home, we made a fire. Now I'm sitting here. I assume here is by the fire. Lie there by the fire, watch the evening tide, where all the friends and my old lady sit and pass the pipe around. Talk of poems and prayers and promises and things that we believe in. How sweet it is to love someone. How right it is to care. How long it's been since yesterday. What about tomorrow? What about our dreams and all the memories we shared? Anyways, that was that. That was June. I hope that was fun for you as it was nostalgic for me. Buy our merch, buy our t-shirts. Stay tuned for more things. Have a pretty good day. And I love you.